life updates. How's the sex life? Baby blues. Okay, you do not think of all the other variables that can come into with breastfeeding. I'm sorry for too much information. This is so much information, and it was so painful. There's actually people walking down the street now and I'm just talking to a camera. I would be lying if I said there wasn't a tiny worry when I was maybe pregnant. I could not be parked in a busier situation. Like, the cars are going to come back, forth, so I really do apologise. But hello honeys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're just joining me now, then hi, my name's Imogen. I am so excited that you found me. I don't know how you found me, but please definitely stay. I don't know why I'm doing this with my hands, but we're doing a Q&A today. I wanted to come back and do a Q&A to cover all things baby, all things house, all things updates, all things relationship, all things birth. Every question that you've sent me on my Instagram, I'm going to be answering today. I've put them into little sections. So I've got birth, all about Renalia, my little girl, house bits, life updates, sex, all those things. So let's get in with the first question. What's one thing you weren't aware of that happened during labour? Okay, I did not know that after you give birth, obviously you birth the placenta, I didn't know that after all that they press your stomach. They press your stomach to check that your uterus is contracting. And let me tell you, huns, I was not prepared. There's actually a photo of me holding my darling girl, just given birth, so buzzing. But I'm like that. I've actually, I can't put it in because I just look rank. But that is me like that. Oh, straining, because that was a bit strange. And before they discharged me, I had to stay in for 24 hours. Before they discharged me, they had to check that again. So she was pressing in there and it was just a weird feeling because obviously I'd had a baby in there and it was just strange. It was one of those feelings that was like, do you know what I mean? Is there a builder, like 7 builders trucks coming down here? No, they're all just stuck in traffic. That's absolutely fine. How was the first night? So I'm assuming the first night when we came home. So I had to stay in for 24 hours because baby girl had meconium, and they had to measure and monitor her blood sugar levels and stuff like that to check that she hadn't inhaled anything and she was gaining weight because she was quite small. She was born very small. So the first night we got home was just a blur of loveliness. Like, I can't remember so much of it. I got back, my dad was there straight away because my dad couldn't come and my mum couldn't come to the hospital. My dad only lives 5 minutes around the corner. My mum lives a bit further away, so my mum came the next morning. But my dad was there, all dressed up with Louis Vuitton, his Louis Vuitton belt, or I think it's his Louis Vuitton belt, yeah. He was really dressed smart to meet baby girl, which is going to make me cry now because he was just so dressed, so sweet, because he wanted to make a first impression on his granddaughter, which was just amazing. And then me and Spencer were just in this bubble because he was only allowed to visit me in the evening. So he came to visit me from 4 till 10. Well, 4 till 10, but we ended up getting discharged like 5 or 6. I can't really remember it too much. And then we got home. Babies just sleep for the first like week. So you're like in this bubble of like, ooh, she's a sleeper. And you're like, do they wake up for a feed? And that's it. So she didn't really like her snooze pods. She was waking up every single hour. But in the daytime she slept loads. So they apparently, babies until they're like 10 weeks old, their circadian rhythm or something rhythm, I don't know what rhythm it is, but basically it's back to front. So their nighttime is daytime and their daytime is nighttime, so they don't have any clue of what's going on. I thought it was my neighbour, but it's not. So yeah, she didn't sleep very well. She was up sort of, yeah, every hour, and she fed for a very long time. So she would wake up on the hour. So she'd literally go to bed, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, wake up. But then when she was awake with me, she'd be awake for like 45 minutes. So I was actually awake longer than I was asleep because I can't switch off. Like, honestly, hats off to anyone that can go sleep now and they can just go, oh, okay. Like, everyone's like, when she's sleeping, make sure you get yourself some sleep. No, can't do it. Like, last night when she woke up what time? She woke up at 3 something, 3:30. No, 1:30. Let's say the 1:30 one. 1:30. She was awake till about 2:30, 2:45 after I've nappy changed, you know, fed her and burped her and kept her up after a feed because of reflux. And when I've done that, I put her to sleep. I can't get to sleep for another hour. And I know she's going to wake up soon. So I'm like, it's going on in my head like, get some sleep, girl. You need some sleep. She's asleep, but I can't do it. So the first night was lovely because it was just me, Spencer and baby girl, just in our own room together. Like, it was surreal. Like, we actually were. There's actually people walking down the street now and I'm just talking to a camera. And now I'm laughing to myself, which makes it look even worse. Let's pretend we're on the FaceTime. Ah, it doesn't matter. I'm talking to my hands. There you go. Baby girl. She didn't really care. Okay, so it was a beautiful evening of just love. That's what it was. I'm sorry I've gone off on a tangent. Okay, the next one. How's recovery and postpartum must-haves? I actually really want to do a whole video about postpartum, but I'm probably going to do the whole video in this video, let's be honest, because I don't stop talking. Postpartum is something no one talks about, and I really don't understand why. We talk so much about pregnancy, about all of our cravings and, oh, what are your symptoms, and second trimester and third trimester and, oh, the first trimester, I'm out of it, blah, blah, and the anxiety and all those different things. Then we talk about labour and the anxiety behind that, or, oh, what's your birth plan, all these things. No one talks about what's your postpartum home plan. What do you plan in you know, logistically to do to look after yourself when you can? So, you know, most men in the UK, I think it's 2 weeks you can get paternity leave. So men normally have to go back to work after 2 weeks, or you can halve your paternity leave with them, apparently. So you can give them some of your maternity leave, so they're off with you for longer, I think, something like that. But I'm really lucky I've got Spencer at home. I feel so grateful for that, because it was something I didn't expect. I didn't expect postpartum. I'm really grateful my postpartum wasn't really difficult at all. But I had 2 grazes down there, both on each side of my lips. But I will tell you, no one told me it would sting to go to the toilet. It stung for only 2 weeks. So it stung for 2 weeks. But the best thing, postpartum, you need this, whatever the weather down there, whatever's going on down there, or whatever birth you had, because your uterus contracts. You still sore down there, whatever you do. This spritz bottle by Perry, it's the Perry spritz bottle by Freedom Mum. It can go upside down. It's basically like a little hose. It's a little hose and it's gorgeous. You put some lukewarm water in that, and every time you go to the toilet, it dilutes your wee, because your wee will sting a cut. Your wee will sting any abrasion or anything you had down there, or just in general down there. This diluted the wee, so when I was going to the toilet with no control, because your pelvic floor's gone, you are going to the toilet, it just makes it feel so much more diluted, and I'm just like spraying it, and you can spray it upside down, you can spray it which way you ever want. That is my postpartum, 100%. Everyone needs that bottle. It was a dream. No one talks about postpartum poos. How I think I had my first poo actually in the hospital, and it was so painful. I'm not sugarcoating it, ladies. Like, we all go through it, and also I would go through that a million times over. I would go through those poos for 9 months all over again to have Renalia and to have any baby, like, without a doubt. So I'm not saying this in a negative way. I'm just giving you some, you know, some advice. The poo hurts. It does hurt. Eat as much fibre as you physically can. Eat those dates. Get all of the seeded bread. Everything you can. Drink so much water, ladies, because when it comes out, you need the water to help you, because I swear, a couple of poos felt like I was giving birth, because when I was giving birth, the one thing I really felt was like, oh my God, I need a big poo, but you don't, it's a child. But I was like, oh my goodness, pushing this poo out. I'm sorry for too much information. This is so much information, but it's about labour. Of course, it's going to be too much information. You can't make it like vanilla. So yeah, I would definitely say water, that spritz bottle. Your boobs leak. If you're not breastfeeding, then that's fine. Your boobs will stop leaking after I don't know how long, but you will still need breast pads, because your boobs will leak, especially when day 4 or day 3 your breast milk comes in. That's a bit sore. So I would say lanolin, nipple cream, breast pads, without a doubt. The biggest nappies you've ever had in your life, like the biggest diaper, are we American here? The biggest things you can even contemplate, there. Absolutely there. I think Spencer's gone to the front door to see if I'm there, but I'm not. I'm definitely out of the road, but that's absolutely fine. Okay, what did you use from your hospital bag? Okay, so the things I most used were, I took tiny baby clothes, and I only took tiny baby clothes because you guys said if she comes out small. And I was like, oh, my mum's had really big babies, and then when I started getting some scans and we started seeing she was a little bit smaller, I bought Tiny Baby because of you guys. I took Tiny Baby stuff, 0 to 3 month stuff and newborn stuff. The 0 to 3 month stuff didn't use and newborn stuff didn't use. She was born £6.3. She's now over a stone in 7 weeks, so she's amazing. She's doing incredibly, but she was born tiny. And yeah, so Tiny Baby stuff without a doubt I used because I had to. And then at one point they were like, when I first gave birth, they were like, oh, put the baby grow down your bra so that it smells of you and your breast milk and your colostrum, so that when, oh, the sun, hello hun, so when she has the baby grow on, she'll feel very comforted and close to you. Well, then it fell down out of my bra and then it just got covered in blood on the bed. Sorry for too much information, but I didn't bring enough Tiny Baby stuff, but luckily it was only for 24 hours, so Spencer could bring stuff if I needed it. What other stuff did I use from my hospital bag? I used all of the snacks, loved eating. Nappies, of course, and wipes for her, although I actually forgot the wipes, and a lovely lady on the ward gave me some wipes. Yeah. Cellular blankets, 100%, love them. Lovely blanket to wrap your baby in. Cellular ones were recommended by you guys. Thank you so much. You are literally my best friends. On Instagram, I have been asking you so many questions, and I'm not afraid to admit I'm a first-time mum. I never read any books because I feel like books are for a baby, not B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, all of the babies. So it's nice to just go on Instagram and ask you guys and also feedback all of those questions, because I feel like we're in this together and you guys are, you know, the ones that have gone through it yourselves. You're first time mums yourself, or you're becoming a mum yourself, or you're not a mum and maybe you want to be a mum in the future, or you're a, you know, mum of 3 and you know all these things and you've been through all the tricks of trade. So I feel so grateful to have you guys, because honestly, yes. What else did I use from there? Just everything you would have thought I used. Like, I didn't use any of my toiletries. I did not use any of my toiletries because when I showered straight after birth, I didn't use anything that could have been a bit irritated down there. And I didn't wash my hair for a couple of days, because I was like, actually no, yeah, a couple of days, because I was in labour and then came home, and then the next day Spencer washed my hair for me, which was a dream. And my mum was there and all those things, but yeah, I didn't use anything fragrance or anything like that. I didn't do my makeup. I didn't do anything. I didn't even use, I used my toothbrush and washed my teeth after I'd given birth, obviously. And that was that. So all the toiletries, all the fake tan I packed and all the makeup, didn't use it. I knew I wasn't going to use it, but I packed it just in case, you know. I did use some nipple balm. Some nipple lanolin. I used some, not nipple balm, lip balm, Lanolips on my lips a lot, because in the hospital it was drying, it was cracked. Oh, and so many changes of clothes. I took 4 changes of clothes and I used all 4. And I would say without a doubt, because I didn't realise how much, you know, afterwards I bled for 6 weeks. Not heavily, but afterwards you do bleed, and you stop bleeding after 6 weeks, and you bleed more if you're breastfeeding because it makes your uterus contract more. But that's not a problem. Like, the bleeding's not heavy, but for the first 2 weeks it is kind of heavy. It is heavy. And yeah, so the pads, sometimes I didn't realise how much I leaked through them. So change of clothes, ladies, without a doubt. Hughie's message. And now we're on to Renalia. These are the questions you've sent. If you have any other questions, I'd love to do another Q&A. Renalia, did the midwives show you how to breastfeed her? Yes, they did. I did feature it in my birth vlog, but the midwives were amazing. My midwife was called Claire. She was just incredible. Sorry. Yes, it was magical. They really helped me. And then I will say one thing. The hospital where I was at, I don't know if this was the case for a lot of women, but the hospital where I was at, because I stayed in for 24 hours, they said, listen, ring that bell whenever you're feeding and you're worrying about the latch, or, you know, you're struggling with the breastfeeding. We are here 24 hours a day for you to be able to get some help. You know, you're only in here for one night, so make the most of it. So I did ring them every time I fed her and woke up to feed her, and she was sleeping. She'd sleep all the way through on that first night, but I woke her up obviously every 2 hours to feed her, and I set alarms because she was small. They were like, wake her up a bit more. And yeah, the midwives helped me so much. Didn't realise then at the time she had a tongue tie, and didn't realise then at the time that the latch she was catching a lot of air in there because of the tongue tie. But yes, I have a whole breastfeeding video I'm going to be doing. So the next question I think is, are you breastfeeding? How's the journey? I have actually been documenting. So I'm 8 weeks on Sunday exclusively breastfeeding. And it's been a journey. It's been a journey, an emotional journey, an up and down journey. And I kind of want to get to 10 weeks and see where we're at, and then I'm going to put the video up, because I'd like to do a whole big video. I mean, it's going to be a long video. Like, I think it's like an hour long, so I'm going to have to try and cut it. Yes. No, I'm going to cut it down, obviously. It'll probably be about 40 minutes. But I really want to show a raw version of my breastfeeding journey. Not to scare anyone, not to do anything other than educate on my journey. You know, loads of people don't breastfeed. Loads of people breastfeed. Loads of people have all these different opinions, and that's completely fine. We cannot judge women. We are in this together. We have to stick together. A baby is fed however they are fed, and fed is best. Lots of women cannot breastfeed. Lots of women don't want to breastfeed. Lots of women bottle feed. Lots of women don't want to bottle feed. Whatever you decide for your baby, it's your choice. I am just saying that I wanted to show you my journey, the ups and the downs, because I didn't realise. When you give birth, you just think, oh, I hope she latches so I can breastfeed. That's what I thought. Some women don't want to breastfeed, choose straight away, that's fine. Loads of people on my ward didn't, and that's absolutely fine. Loads of people on my ward struggled with breastfeeding. Loads of people had really easy journeys with breastfeeding. I know loads of different stories. But I just thought, oh, I really hope she latches so I can feed. You do not think of all the other variables that can come into fruition and come into your life with breastfeeding. Had no idea, but it turns out I'm just like my mum. I am the same. I have the same milk as my mum. Okay, just saying that one. So that video will be up in 2 weeks' time, so I can show you the whole journey. I've really had some raw clips in there where I've been had a mess, and then there's just been some really amazing, rewarding moments. So I want to showcase all of the ups and downs. Does she sleep through the night? So at the beginning, she was born really small. I documented in the week of the life of a newborn that she did not sleep in her snooze pod. She really didn't like it. I was told by midwives and health visitors, like, because she's so small, it's really big for her in there. And also, listen, your baby has been inside you for 9 months, hearing your heartbeat, warm, being rocked to sleep by your movement, in the womb where they're fed on tap, you know, they're having their food through the placenta, all loving love, you know, they're never having to worry. They go through this whole thing of labour, where they might be in the birth canal for a while and do this, and they come out into this world where it's cold. They're not with their mum, with the heat of their mum, all these different things. So Renalia just wanted to be held to sleep. She loved being in the sling, and she loved being on the front of us. Over the course of the 7.5, 8 weeks nearly, we have found things that work for us. We actually were lucky enough to have a snoo, and the snoo has given us an extra hour in bed. However, we're still on our journey. The snoo has not given me a full night's sleep. The snoo has not given me 7 hours of sleep, 6 hours of sleep. I am a breastfeeding mum, and also just any woman that's feeding their baby, they wake up to feed their baby. And I don't know whether this is true, but a lot of times, I don't know whether this is true. Some people have messaged me saying, like, bottle-fed babies sleep through the night better, but every baby's different. I don't necessarily believe that. I don't. If that's true, then that's true. But obviously every baby is different. But Renalia does wake up a lot to feed in the night. So no, she doesn't sleep through the night. She doesn't, because she likes to feed. And then because we've been suffering with reflux, which I talk about in my breastfeeding journey, but she has to be held upright for about 20 minutes after feed, because otherwise, you know, she's got this silent reflux. Then when I lie her down, I'll wake up to her choking, and I'm like, fuck, because I'm worrying about my baby. So I keep her upright for 20 minutes. So she'll wake up, let's say she wakes up at 1. She'll feed on one boot for about 20 minutes. Then she'll poo. Then I'll have to keep her upright for a bit before I lay her down to change her nappy, which takes time. Then I change her nappy. Then she goes back on the other boob for about 15 minutes. Then she may do another poo, and it all repeats. Apparently when they get a bit older, they poo less. So she won't be doing so much poos in the night. But then after I fed her the whole situation, I then have to keep her upright for 20 minutes. So we are up for quite a long time. That's not about her sleeping. She will be sleeping on me, but I've got to keep her upright to burp her, you know, or I wake her up a bit to burp her, and, you know, really, because I've got to get that reflux out, and I've got to get that out. Yes, 2 magpies. 1 for sorrow, 2 for joy. There we go. Nanny Joy, is that you? So yes, she doesn't sleep through the night, and that's not a problem. I'm not complaining, because I knew that was going to be one of the cases. You know, not all babies sleep through the night. She's waking up for feeds, and she's waking up because she's uncomfortable lying on her back, but she doesn't like being swaddled like this. So in the snoo, she only is in that swaddle. So in the snoo, you can wrap them up like that. She doesn't like it. She wants to be like this, arms up, She wants her head on the side, obviously. She has the leg extenders which lift her up a bit, and then I just put her in the zip up, and then I do it around her belly like that. She likes to be cozy. She likes to be warm. Obviously, I always check her temperature and all those things, but she does like to be warm as a baby. If she's cold, she wakes up instantly. But we're just finding things that work for us, and yeah, in the daytime, I don't put her down, really. In the daytime, that lady's walked past thinking, oh my God, she's already got a prescription, all those things. And I'm still here chatting to you, Hans. 19 minutes and counting. Love it. I'll probably cut some bits out so it won't be 19 minutes by then. But yes, we're on a journey. We'll get there. We are going to see a cranial osteopath. We went to see one yesterday. We've already seen one 3 times. However, we didn't see any results with that lady. So we're now going to another gentleman I was recommended. He's booked us in for another slot. We already saw a little bit of some sort of result from yesterday's one. He seems amazing, like ridiculously. So I will let you know. And if he is good, I will definitely promote him and tell you about him, because yeah, I've been recommended him by a lot of people. Because I will explain in the breastfeeding journey about, should I explain in this? Well, basically, because she came out fast, and she didn't have much time to prepare, and she came out with her arm out, and she came out on her side. She's really tense in her body, and that's why she hates being lied down, because it's completely alien to her. She likes like being like this. That's why she likes being on our front. She got so much tension in her body and in her neck. Like, we didn't see her neck for a while because it was just there was so much tension, and that got released at the tongue tie clinic. But basically, he was seeing the cranial osteopath for that tension in her body and to help realign and reset. And that's what they do. They reset. And with babies, he was telling us that you can completely reset a baby's, alignment. But with an adult, you can't. You can go to one massage one day and then go back to work the next day and you're like, oh God, I can feel all those knots again. But it takes a long time for an adult to sort of reset, but you can never fully reset. But from a baby, you can. So fingers crossed, that's going well. How do you know what you're doing? I don't. I ask you guys. I don't know what I'm doing, and that's the beauty of motherhood. Wow. Welcome to it. It's brilliant and amazing. It's so rewarding and fudge. Like I said to Spencer, she was just sleeping on me before I left to film. And I said to Spencer, oh my God, like, I miss her already. And I'm so grateful I get to film. And Spencer's like, don't film them, Mills. Like, just relax. And I was like, no, I do enjoy filming. Like, I love speaking to you guys. I love uploading videos. And I know that sounds silly, but I do. And that's my little time out to talk to you and have that bit. So I have to make sure that I'm also looking after myself, because if I'm no good, I'm not going to be any good to Renalia. But you don't know what you're doing. And it's bloody amazing, because it's so rewarding, because you do something and they love you and you're like, fudge, you love me so much and I love you so much and you need me and I absolutely adore you. And the love that I feel for that precious, precious sweet girl, it's like, I've just never even realised my body could feel this ever. And I'm such a loving person. By the way, I'm keeping my mouth really down here, because the minute I do that, the tears will fall out. There you go. Oh, there you go. The minute you laugh, or the minute you lift up your face when you're crying. But yeah, she's just amazing, and it's so rewarding when I'm going to make mistakes. We're not bionic, we're not robots, we're not designed to know exactly what to do. And that's what makes it so rewarding when you do something. And also, you know your baby better than anyone. You do. You do. You can read all the books, you can ask all the questions, you know your baby. Like, I know my baby loves something soft. I know she loves soft things around her. If I put a blanket on her that's not very soft, I know she doesn't like it. She likes things that are a bit weighty, a bit soft. She's like me. She's got a cold nose. She's got cold hands, and she loves being warm like her mum. And she's a spitting image of her dad, by the way. She's his twin, which is so cute. Because when they're sleeping, I just look at them and I'm like, they're just twins, and it's magical, because I love how much he loves that. And it's amazing, because I look at her and I'm like, I literally gave birth. Well, I think she looks a mixture of Freya, my little sister, who looks like my mum, which is amazing, because my mum had me, my older brother and Hugo, and Freya, but my older brother and Hugo are from my dad and my mum. And she never had any of us that really looked like her. And then Freya came out and didn't really look like my mum, but Freya looks like my mum more now. But I think Renalia has some features that my mum had when she was younger, like her little button nose, definitely my mum's. But yeah, and she's so much like Spencer, it's amazing. But she's got little bits of my personality, I think my mum and dad were saying. Like, she's not stupid. Like, we'll be in the pram, okay? be in the pram, walking along the street. She loves it, being rocked to sleep with the pavement. I'm like, oh, she's asleep. I'm going to go get a coffee. Walk into a coffee shop where it's a carpet and it's, you know, dark or whatever. She's like that, wide awake. Minute, wide awake. We're in the car seat, rocking, loving life. She's chilling. We pull up to traffic lights, my girl, like that. And my mum and dad said, she's exactly the same as you. Like, sometimes I'm like, oh, I'll put her down today in the daytime. I don't put her down. I wear her a lot. I baby wear her and hold her, and Spencer holds her, and that's just what we're doing. And when I put her down, she'll be in a fast, deep sleep. She's snoring. She's like, yeah. Put her down. Wide awake. Wide awake. Nothing gets past that princess. How are you mentally? Have you had any baby blues? So I want to kind of know from you guys, what is the baby blues? Okay, is the baby blues postnatal depression? Or is the baby blues an overwhelmed sense of is the baby blues just your emotions and your hormones? Because I don't think there is a definition, is there? There's not a definition, and I need to clear the memory card, so bear with me. I'm sure it's completely changed position, so I'm really sorry. Okay, so yeah, how am I doing mentally? Mentally, I'm doing really well. I think that's because I'm very open with how I feel, and I think that's so important, to be open with how you're feeling. Like, sometimes she's on the boob, and I just feel like drained, like, oh, and I just drop. And I know I need to say to Spencer, can I have some water? I've had a little bit of a drop, and I know that I need to maybe eat another snack, and that will help me get my blood sugar levels back up, and I feel a lot better. When my blood sugar levels dip, I am a bit like, whoa. I'm overwhelmed at the moment. It still hasn't sunken in that I've got an angel. It hasn't sunken in that I've got this beautiful girl that sits in front of me and loves me, and I love her so much, and I miss her now. I miss her so much now, and I just want to watch her sleep and breathe and watch everything she does and every smile she does. And she's got this thing now where I go, hello, it's mama, and that is her cue to smile. I think because I said it I say it all night when I'm changing her in the night, that's my cue. I go, hello, baby, it's mama, it's mummy. And she loves it. And I just, my heart melts and everything. And I don't think I've had the baby blues, and I know that they can come really later on down the line. My mum had postnatal depression, so it's on my notes for the midwives to sort of keep on track of that, and the health visitors, which they always ask me about. But at the moment I am feeling fine, and I would be really honest with you guys. I'd be really honest with you. I'm feeling really grateful, really grateful. I wake up every morning and I'm like, wow, even with the lack of sleep. And, some nights I'm like, because the thing is, Spencer at the moment can't really help me because I'm breastfeeding. He's not getting up in the night. And also regarding pumping and expressing, I've been told not to at the moment because of supply and producing too much. So I've been told not to. So at the moment, I'd like to get to 10 weeks and then start expressing if the midwives and everything, okay it. Because I've got a breastfeeding specialist team at the moment, like a lady I see, because of certain issues that we've been going through. So once they give the A-OK, brilliant. She was taking a dummy at the beginning. She didn't take a dummy for ages. I don't know why I'm telling you this, because this isn't about my mental health, but that's absolutely fine. I'll tell you about all that. But basically, it took a while for her to take a dummy. She only takes a dummy very rarely, but she does the man ones. But I'm positive that she will take a bottle then if she's taken a dummy, because, my mum said her babies never took dummies and never took a bottle, but we've got different dummies in different bottles now, so I'm hoping that it'll help, because I know that Spencer really wants to. I really want him to get involved. Also, that gives me a little bit more, not freedom, it gives me a little bit more, I guess a bit of time where someone else can do the feed, and it'll be nicer in the future that someone else can do the feed, and there's not, even if one day I don't have anyone feed her but it's just me, but it's that knowing it's there. But yes, I'm sending my love to any mama out there who's struggling at the moment. Please do reach out. Please call your health visitor, call 111, call the hospital you gave birth at and say, who do I speak to? Call your GP, do everything you physically can to look after yourself, because without you, mama, baby isn't gonna be great. Baby needs you. Baby needs you, so look after yourself. You have to put yourself first. Okay, I will update you though if I struggle with things. I'm very open about things. Okay, house bits and life updates. How's the sex life? So it's been 7 weeks, 8 weeks on Sunday. And we have not done anything. We've not done anything. Spencer is the most eager he's ever been in his life. Like, where's this horn dog come from? Like, he's absolutely rampant rabbit. Like, he makes me feel so sexy. Like, every time I'm getting changed and stuff, he's like, Mills, your body now, like, I am so obsessed with it. Like, I loved your body before, but I love your body even more now, like, that you've become a mum. Like, he is mad on me, and I'm loving it, but I'm also really scared to have sex. That's me being honest. I'm really scared to have sex again. Any tips? I don't drink, and I'm also breastfeeding, so that's not happening, but I don't drink alcohol, so what am I going to do? Because everyone's like, get drunk. I'm going to use a shit ton of lube. Let me tell you, the lubricant is being used because I'm sure it'll be fine. I said we need to do some foreplay first to get loosey-goosey, because realistically, I definitely need some, but everything's fine. It's all healed down there. I'm just scared. And Spencer's being really supportive, but also, we haven't put our daughter down. So when are we going to have sex? In the night? When we're trying to get some sleep? Let me tell you, hun, when you can get some sleep, you try and get that sleep. So in the daytime, and I said to Spencer, why don't we give mum baby girl and we can go upstairs? And he's like, Mills, of all the times you're offering it to me when your mum will be downstairs holding our child. It's going to have to happen. I'm sorry, hun, it's going to have to happen. How are the renovations going? Update. So, the renovations are going amazingly. We've got Josh coming back in to do some bits next week. We've got the remainder of the bits to do are kitchen needs finishing. We need splashback. We need stuff on the bit by the window. And the kitchen then is basically done. We need furniture in the house completely. The downstairs bedroom needs a bed. The downstairs bedroom needs some furniture. The downstairs bedroom needs an ensuite. So the ensuite downstairs, the downstairs bathroom hasn't been done. We need a banister on the stairs. We need dining room furniture. We need some boxing in for the radiators. We need the whole garden done, the whole of the front done, because we're making it so that you can park 2 cars out the front and also a nice area around the front. The back completely needs to be done. New fence, tree down, all the shed's gone. We need a new shed. We need new decking. We need all sorts. Oh, hope I've been in focus this whole time. What if I haven't been in focus? Dad's trying to FaceTime call me. Okay, renovations, yes. Upstairs, we need, nursery's done. We just need a lampshade and some bookshelves. Bathroom is done. We just need something to do with the pipe work. Ensuite in our bedroom isn't done. Walk-in wardrobe in our bedroom isn't done. The spare room at the front needs some furniture, and we need to get rid of some other furniture that we've still got. We've hoarded. We need to get rid of that. So yeah, there's a lot to do, but it's, the majority of it's livable. It's amazing. I love the house so much. I love it. From where we started and where we got to, everyone can't believe that we did that throughout being so heavily pregnant. Up until my due date, we were still renovating. But it's fine. Nursery tour is coming really soon. As I said, we just need to do the lampshade and also the bookshelves. But the nursery, I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed. I love it so much. I love it so much. And last question, how has a baby changed? Of course, I've only got 1 minute. Give me a break. Okay, here we go. How has having a baby changed your dynamics? So I would be lying if I said there wasn't a tiny worry when I was maybe pregnant, where I was like, oh, is it going to change our dynamic? Because me and Spencer are inseparable. We are literally joined at the hip. We're best friends, soulmates, completely obsessed with each other. We spend every waking minute together, and that's how our relationship works. That's what works for us. It doesn't work for everyone else, but it works for us. And I was worried, like, oh, this is me being honest. I was like, I know how much I love Renalee and how I adore her. And I was like, I've always been Spencer's princess. And I was like, what if he forgets me? I want him to have that relationship with her without a doubt. But my dad and my mum lost a bit of their relationship because my dad focused a lot on the children at one point, and then my mum and him didn't communicate, and they didn't have, that relationship. And it's so important to keep your relationship going for your child as well, because your child has to have a stable relationship around them. So I just wanted to know that we could do it. And he blows my mind every single minute of the day, because he's been nothing but even more loving. Even it's brought us so, I did not even imagine it could ever bring us closer. But baby girl has brought us, like, it's like another level of love now. I honestly didn't ever think I could ever love him any more than I do. And it's like every minute of the day, watching him be a dad, watching him be the most incredible husband. He has stepped up. He has stepped up in ways I never imagined he would. Like, he is incredible. He is so supportive, so understanding. All the things he was, but they're like, it's like emulated. It's even bigger. It's even bigger than he was before. He is so complimentary to me. He is so loving. He is so kind. He is, yeah, everything he was before, but times a million. And I love him even more than I ever could have imagined. And it's not changed our dynamic for anything other than the better. Like, having this unit now, we're a unit, we're a team, like, we're a family. We're a family. And for me, like, Renalia is the best thing that ever happened to us. Like, not just the best thing that happened to me, not the best thing that happened to him, best thing that happened to us. Like, we're stronger than ever. And I know that we're going to go through things. Like, there's times where we've got less patience because I'm tired, or I've got a snivelly cold or something like that, or he's knackered, but we get through it. And you know you get through it because you love each other so much. You fight for everything. You get through it because you're like, at the end of the day, we get this. We are so grateful for this love and this level of love and this beautiful princess that we made and created. We stare at her every minute and we're like, we did that together. Like, our love, like, we literally made her out of love. I can't definitely explain that maybe the time we had sex was making love or having sex, but we made her out of our love. Like, our love made her. How amazing is that? She's literally our heart. Like, she's our heart walking outside of our body. She's not walking. She's not even crawling. She's literally chilling. But yeah, he's just incredible. Absolutely incredible. I could go on and on and on. I've only got 2 minutes left on my memory card, but I could literally go on about Spencer because he is just the light of our lives. Like, him as a dad, oh my God, he's just incredible. The way he loves her, is just, it's magical. The way he looks at her, the way he'd do anything for her, he idolises her. And I'm like, because basically when I used to show him like pictures of babies, he'd be cute about them. But I used to be like, oh, he's paternal, but I'm like ridiculously maternal. So like, if I'd see a baby, I'm like, I want to hold the baby. I never in a million years thought he'd be as paternal as he is. I always knew he'd be an amazing dad, but wow. Yeah. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I upload every Saturday. I've got a really exciting video next Saturday. Please definitely follow me on Instagram so we can stay up to date with each other. I upload more on Instagram than I would on YouTube, so I do lots of stories, so make sure you stay up to date with those. I love you guys so much. From me, Spencer and Renalia, I love you guys so much. Until next time, I'm going to love you, and I'm going to leave you. Bye, I love you guys.